Still scared of bread because you're trying to lose weight? Cool. Then explain why cutting bread makes you hungrier, weaker, and more likely to binge. Yeah, bread isn't the problem. Your bread choice is. Some bread wrecks fat loss. Some bread actually supports it. And most people can't tell the difference. Let's clear this up. No myths, no fear, just facts. Bread has been a staple food for humans for thousands of years, not because it's tasty, because it works. Bread delivers fast, accessible energy. It fuels your brain. It supports workouts. It helps diets stay sustainable. When people cut bread completely, three things usually happen. First, energy crashes. Second, cravings spike. Third, compliance dies. And when compliance dies, fat loss dies with it. The real issue isn't bread. The issue is processing. Your body doesn't respond to food based on vibes or labels. It responds to nutrients, fiber, and digestion speed. That's where bread separates into two completely different categories: fat-storing bread and fat-friendly bread. White bread is made from grains from which the bran has been removed. During processing, the fiber-rich outer layers are stripped away. What's left is mostly starch. Here's what that means metabolically. White bread digests fast, very fast. It spikes blood glucose. That spike triggers a strong insulin response. Insulin's job is storage, not fat burning. Storage. So instead of tapping into body fat, your body shifts into energy lockdown mode. And here's the real problem. White bread doesn't keep you full. No fiber means no slowing of digestion. You're hungry again in 30 to 60 minutes. That's not willpower failure. That's biology. Now let's talk about the biggest scam in the bread aisle: brown bread. Most brown bread is just white bread wearing makeup. If the ingredient list says refined wheat flour or enriched flour or anything similar, congrats, you bought white bread with food coloring. Your body doesn't care what color it is. It cares about fiber, structure, and digestion speed. Fake brown bread spikes insulin almost the same as white bread. Same hunger rebound, same fat storage signal. Label marketing lies. Your metabolism doesn't. Now here's where things change. 100% whole wheat or 100% whole grain bread keeps the entire grain intact. That includes bran, germ, and endosperm. Means fiber, B vitamins, minerals. Slower digestion. Fiber is the main character here. Fiber slows down how fast carbs enter your bloodstream. That means lower glucose spikes, lower insulin response, more stable energy, and stable energy equals better appetite control. Instead of eating bread and feeling hungrier, you eat bread and stay satisfied. That's a completely different metabolic outcome. Multigrain doesn't automatically mean healthy. Multigrain just means more than one grain is present. Those grains can still be refined. Whole grain means the grain structure is intact. If whole isn't the first word on the ingredient list, don't trust it. Marketing terms don't burn fat. Fiber does. Fiber is the main reason some bread helps weight loss. Fiber slows digestion, improves insulin sensitivity, reduces calorie absorption, extends fullness signals, reduces late-day cravings. That's not magic. That's physiology. Fiber turns bread from a blood sugar grenade into a steady energy source. Same calories, completely different hormonal response. Rye bread deserves respect. Rye has a unique fiber structure that slows stomach emptying, reduces appetite later in the day, improves satiety hormones. Sprouted grain bread is another upgrade. Sprouting partially breaks down starch. That improves mineral absorption and lowers the glycemic impact. These breads aren't trendy, they're effective. Now let's talk about calories versus metabolic response. Here's where most weight loss advice fails. They obsess over calories and ignore metabolic response. Two breads can have identical calories and produce completely different fat storage signals. One spikes insulin and drives hunger, the other stabilizes blood sugar and controls appetite. That's why calories matter. Hormones decide what those calories do. That's why bread quality matters more than bread quantity. Now let's know how to eat bread without gaining weight. Even the best bread can backfire if you eat it wrong. Here's how to make bread work for fat loss. Rule 1. Limit portions. 1 to 2 slices, not half the loaf. Rule 2. Never eat bread alone. Pair it with protein or fat. Eggs, Greek yogurt, nut butter, paneer, chicken. Protein and fat slow digestion even more. Rule 3. Timing matters. Bread works best at breakfast, pre-workout, post-workout. Worst time? Late night, when insulin sensitivity is low. When people completely cut bread, here's what usually happens. They undereat carbs, energy drops, training quality drops, stress hormones rise. Then cravings hit. Hard. And when the binge happens, it's not whole grain toast, it's sugar and junk. That's not lack of discipline, that's metabolic backlash. Sustainable fat loss isn't about removal, it's about smarter selection. So let's lock this in. The best bread for weight loss is 100% whole grain or whole wheat, high fiber, at least 3 to 5 grams per slice, low added sugar, short ingredient list. It works because it controls blood sugar, reduces insulin spikes, keeps you full longer, prevents overeating, and makes dieting sustainable. White bread and fake brown bread are not good for weight loss. They don't fail because they're carbs, they fail because they're stripped, fast digesting, and fiber empty. Bread doesn't make you fat. Processed bread, poor pairing, and bad timing do. Choose the right bread, eat it the right way, and stop letting fear run your diet.